Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines.
US President Donald Trump said a memorandum of understanding aimed at ending the US-Israel conflict with Iran has been largely negotiated and is awaiting final approval from involved parties. He said the draft agreement includes provisions to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a key global energy route, though final details are still being worked out. Trump made the remarks after calls with leaders from several regional countries, including Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Turkey, and Egypt. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has praised US President Donald Trump's diplomatic efforts aimed at promoting regional peace, calling recent consultations with world leaders very useful and fruitful. He also expressed hope that Pakistan could host the next round of US-Iran talks, saying Islamabad remains committed to supporting stability and dialogue in the region. The Prime Minister added that discussions involving multiple regional leaders focused on reducing tensions and advancing stalled negotiations between the United States and Iran. Iran has signaled a hardline stance in ongoing negotiations with the United States, saying it will not compromise on its national rights in talks aimed at easing recent tensions. Iranian officials, including Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, said the United States was not an honest party in negotiations and warned that Tehran would defend its interests through diplomacy or force if necessary. The remarks came during meetings in Tehran involving Pakistani military leadership as part of mediation efforts to bridge differences between the two sides. Officials said discussions included a proposed 14-point Iranian framework for a potential agreement. Field Marshal Asim Munir has concluded an official visit to Iran, with Pakistan's military saying the talks made positive progress towards supporting regional de-escalation and US-Iran reconciliation efforts. According to ISPR, the Field Marshal held meetings with Iran's top leadership, including President Masoud Pezeshkian, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, and senior civil and military officials. Discussions focused on regional stability and ongoing diplomatic engagement. ISPR said the meetings took place in a positive and constructive atmosphere, with Iran reportedly appreciating Pakistan's mediation role in efforts to ease tensions and advance dialogue. A gunman was shot dead after opening fire on officers near a White House security checkpoint in Washington, D.C. on Saturday evening, the U.S. Secret Service confirmed. A bystander was also injured during the exchange of fire. Authorities said the suspect approached a checkpoint near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue, pulled out a firearm, and fired at officers, who returned fire and fatally wounded him. Officials described the suspect as an emotionally disturbed person and said a prior stay-away order had been issued against him. The White House was briefly placed under lockdown, and President Donald Trump was inside at the time, but was not harmed. Russia carries out a large-scale missile and drone attack on Ukraine's capital Kyiv early Sunday, killing at least one person and injuring 21 others, Ukrainian officials said. The strikes hit residential buildings, offices, schools, and transport infrastructure across multiple districts, with Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko confirming a 9-story building was struck in the Shevchenko district. Emergency services were deployed to extinguish fires and rescue residents trapped under debris, while more than 40 locations across the city were reported damaged. Officials say residents were forced into shelters overnight as air raid sirens and explosions echoed across the capital.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.